Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, October 12, 2022. With matters of the heart or finances, your vulnerabilities can be in the spotlight early today. It's not easy pinpointing whether you need comfort and familiarity or excitement. Decision-making could be emotionally driven or based on fear and insecurity, so you may want to wait for a better, clearer day to make crucial decisions. If someone's not seeing matters of security or finances in the same way as you right now, try to be patient. You might also feel some tension regarding having enough resources to fund your pursuits. You may need to confront a financial or ownership matter to get over a hump. Take notes on what is triggering your frustrations or fears now, as this is what you will need to focus on building up to move forward. Also today, Mercury leaves your sign and enters your solar second house for a stay until the 29th. Mercury spent August 25th to September 23rd in this sector but retreated into your sign while retrograde. As you advance, you approach your finances from a new, refreshed perspective. It's a good time to develop solid money-making ideas or pay more attention to understanding your current resources and assets. After weeks of back and forth, your planetary ruler is leaving you to pursue other assignments in the sky. He has finally re-entered your solar second house of finances or possessions. This means that even if there was confusion, you'll have a logical approach to managing your money with your significant other. Chat about your income, expenses, savings, and long-term investments now. If you can assess your budget together, you'll be able to build your wealth to new echelons as you simultaneously attack it. This will allow you to keep your eyes on the prize. Balance your books. Resounding financial issues from Mercury retrograde can be rectified when Mercury re-enters Libra today, kicking off part 2 of the post-shadow period. Use this initial ingress to reconsider any ideas or conversations that may impact your money matters. You could even revisit opportunities to stabilize, such as taking on a new venture to make some extra cash or regain control of your spending. Since Venus in Libra opposes Chiron retrograde in Aries, it might be wise to focus on reciprocal arrangements to alleviate the burden of doing it all by yourself. Just a few hours after the moon leaves your financial sector, bringing yesterday's full moon to a close, and just as tensions and the emotional fog of war is starting to lift, Mercury joins the Sun and Venus in your income sector. Mercury returns with the smart head for money to turn this into motivation on both sides of the financial fence. Knowing how to care for yourself takes preparation. Bring out the best in yourself by planning ahead. There is almost no physical activity that you wouldn't enjoy, so pick the one that is most convenient for you on a practical level. There should be little or no obstacles in the path of getting this exercise. Build up a practice around this chosen activity and use it as your support for when the going gets rough. You will be supported in your love life, but you will also be going through a period of work and great responsibility. You may have some problems with those you work with because they have some revolutionary ideas concerning work that will generate some conflicts. You appreciate a certain amount of change and newness but refuse to question how things have been set up by some of your family and friends. You like to hang on to what you know and so find comfort in the family nest. After just 18 days back in Virgo, Mercury leaves for the second time in 2 months but with a lot more significance this time. Mercury has not only given you a chance to return to the drawing board but after your birthday month has run its course and with a lot more water having passed under the bridge this time. As well, going back to give the communication lines a boost, this has been a chance to revisit your game plan and resolutions for this new solar year. For the second time in just over 6 weeks, Mercury, the planet of communication, leaves Virgo, but this time he won't circle back for a do-over. This is a win-slash-win, with Mercury leaving you with the means to keep the communication lines open while taking the pressure off your relationships. Our eyes in the sky. This is an interesting day that brings some cosmic relief to personal frustrations. The influence of Venus in Libra opposes the prolific energy of the healing centaur Chiron, adding perspective to the overall power dynamic of your life. Think of this as a reset, requiring you to grin and bear it. A loving bond between parties can help you to move forward. This week is all about your relationships and making you a lot more talkative about what you need. You're setting out to get that now by making your goals known loud and clear. You're changing the people you hang out with, and they're changing you in a good way. You'll make more money if you take their advice instead of fight against it. Paying attention to your self-care routines and feeling more confident in your skin is what it's all about right now. Maybe you've been neglecting the things you really love to do because you're just trying to navigate through the twists and turns of life. Romance and fun can be part of the day as well. You'll feel increased vitality and confidence. The influence of Uranus adds a little icing on the cake, and someone might even profess their undying love to you. You might not want to deal with anyone who brings you down, and for good reason. Mercury enters fair and peaceful Libra today, so it's a good day to schedule some time to yourself or even a therapy session just to get everything out in the open. Talking things out will not only help you but also be a stepping stone to moving relationships in the right direction. It's time to think about how you might be taking other people's word for money matters or buying into an investment scheme that's too good to be true. Someone may be giving you a hard sell concerning a stock, IRA, or bond. You need more time to consider the best path for you. Be firm but polite, and make sure you get the time you need. You know best. In the morning, Venus in Libra opposes Chiron in Aries, prompting difficulties in navigating our relationships. Although we intend to keep the peace, we feel as though we fail to rise to others' expectations. This sense that we are not enough, that we are a disappointment, weighs on us heavily. What we are confronting now is the reality that relationships are a balancing act. There is no way to maintain perfect harmony at all times, yet the fear of failure can cause us to want to throw in the towel altogether. A more mature, adult idea of love is required. We become our own worst enemies and we hold ourselves and our partners to impossible standards. Shortly following this, the Aries moon squares off with Pluto in Capricorn, causing us to act destructively. We are struggling to negotiate the Venus-Chiron opposition. Insecurities within partnerships drive us to behave unfairly with loved ones. We may guilt-trip another or pose a test for them to prove their love. Obviously, these tactics are likely to backfire. On the other hand, we might be a victim of manipulation tactics ourselves. If this is the case, it is a good thing that this behavior is being exposed, so we do not waste further time on a toxic power dynamic. However, the moon begins its void of course following this aspect's perfection that will last until afternoon. Avoid taking action now, as decisions will be made in haste, under emotional duress. Give yourself time to cool off before saying or doing something you may regret.